I've been asked a question this week about dogs and pets in general. My client asked me, we're divorcing and we both want custody of the dog. What is the legal position? This can actually be quite an emotive subject, especially if the pet is a long-standing. The legal position is that neither one of you is going to have custody of the dog. The dog is treated by the law as any other asset. The first thing to establish would be who bought the dog, because the person who bought the dog is the person who owns the dog, and that person would be entitled to keep the dog. It might not be possible to establish that. You might have to go back and look at bank statements from some time ago. They might not be available. You might have paid cash for the dog and not be able to prove who paid for it. Other things that you might want to look at are if the dog is registered with the Kennel Club, who is the person who registered the dog, and also if there's a registration at a vet, who is the person who's registered there. If you cannot establish who owns the dog, then it's a question of negotiation as to who's going to keep the dog. Some people share the dog even after divorce. If you can establish who owns the dog, then that person is entitled to keep the dog. The value of the dog, however, would have to be accounted for. So, for instance, if the dog is worth £1,000 and you are keeping the dog, in theory, you're going to owe your ex-partner £500.